Hello, this is your friendly nurse and health coach, and I'm coming today on fast foods and the dangers of fast foods. Fast foods have a type of mass production food designed for commercial resale, and they emphasis on being speedy at reselling the products, and they sold in as frozen, uncooked, pre-cooked, preheated foods at a speedy rate. They give it to you. So in 2018, it was a big thing, like $570 billion a year globally was spent on fast foods. That was in 2018. So I can imagine what's been spent on it now. 518 to 70 to 18, from 18 to 570 billion dollars was spent on fast foods. That's the cheeseburgers, the soft drinks, the pizza, the hot dogs, the hamburgers, the fried chicken, the sub sandwiches, the donuts, everything fast that you can go get from the fast foods places. So billions of dollars are being made from it every year, and mostly the dangers of it is, number one, is they are processed foods, and processed foods are the foods that they have that they heat up, pre-cook, or is frozen, that's out of its original state. It's not in its original state. That's why it's processed. It's been having preservatives put in it. It's been having additives to it, uh, sweeteners to it, colors to it, flavors to it. A lot of stuff has been added to and taken out of these processed foods. And we want to discuss some dangers of these processed foods. Later, we're going into the oil part of it, what they cook these processed foods with. And the danger of it all is not only they processed foods, they are cooked at a high heat and high oils that change the chemistry of the products when they cook it in the high heated oils. And they use a substance called hepsin that increase the toxicity of the oil and the products. So we will be going through that later. The number two danger is they are high in sugar, and it's mostly refined sugar. Refined sugar is a sugar that's out of its original state too. They have done some stuff to the sugar that they should not have got done. And too much sugar a day, as we discussed before, would get us in some major problems with diabetes, high blood pressure, cardiac problems, intestinal problems, and a lot of more problems in our body. A woman only supposed to have 25 grams of sugar a day. A man only have 36 grams of sugar a day. But there is much more sugars in fast foods than this that they give you. A 12-ounce Coca-Cola by itself is 39 grams of sugar. That's by itself. So, which is about 140 calories or more. Sometimes down they have added sugars, especially out of the machines, when you get out of the machines where they make all this stuff. So you get over the amount of sugar by almost 3 times the amount of sugar in your products when you go and get those drinks and other smoothies, the other little stuff right quickly from fast foods. Another thing is high in salt, sodium, which we know will help. It will help mess up your kidneys eventually because it's going to run your blood pressure up. And the longer your blood pressure stay up, the more danger to your kidneys. High sodium will have you also with water retention. You start to swell in your ankles and your feet and your hands. You get puffy in the stomach, and you get that way with the sugar too. You ever notice? Go eat them hot dogs and hamburgers, you feel bloated. You can make you have some swelling in your ankles. You may have some puffy stomach get swollen all of a sudden. That's a high sugar, high salt content in it. And also the results of cooking it so fast in oil. And you'll be surprised what oil they're using. And as I said, we will be going through the oils later. So stress is also called stress and depression. With all these salts and sugar, we call them stress and depression. They're also high in calorie. If you're getting a lot of sugar and you're getting a lot of salt, guess what? You're swelling in your body, your fluid, you're gonna gain weight. The sugar, you're gonna gain weight because it don't have no place to go. It turns into fat because you got too much sugar that you're accumulating in your body. So the pancreas cannot produce that insulin that fast for that sugar. So it's going to turn into fat. You're going to have some problems. Another thing that's wrong with the fast foods, the danger of it, is trans fat. Trans fat is a turbo fat that's left from when food is processed. It's the leftover, the residue after food have been processed. It'll increase your bad cholesterol, which is the LDL, trans fat will, and it will decrease your good cholesterol, which is HDL. It will do the opposite of what your body really needs for you to do. So your bad cholesterol, LDL, is elevated more than it normally, and your HDL is decreased, your good cholesterol. So therefore it's going to work on your blood pressure, your heart, and excessive eating at these places, and excessive salt, excessive sugar, excessive trans fat. Otherwise you're going to come into a blood pressure problem, heart problems. So many people have heart problems now. And if you get heart problems, then you're going to have kidney problems. So many people on dialysis. You're going to have some lung problems eventually because all this sodium build up, fluid build up. Your lungs, you're going to start getting short of breath, difficult breathing. And you wonder why sometimes you may be wheezing at times because that fluid is building up in your lungs. And another thing is bad that they have is MSG. MSG is the one that make the pancreas like pour out a lot of insulin that it don't need to pour out. It make you hungry, feel like you're more and more hungry because it affects your brain also. The MSG may have your brain thinking you still hungry, so you go and get some more hamburgers, more hot dogs, some more fast foods when you're not really hungry. Okay, and it also can cause death to the cells. The MSG can. And so it's good to ask that restaurant, hey, are y'all serving, got MSG back in that restaurant? What are you cooking your food with? Because if you already done had a stroke and you already done lost some brain cells, you in jeopardy of losing more brain cells than you already lost. And you're really getting in more and more problems. Another thing that's in fast foods, danger of gluten. Now, gluten irritates the digestive tract. A lot of people got celiac disease and their stomach swollen all the time. They easily get allergic to a lot of stuff and wonder what's going on. Over a period of time from eating out, these fast food places excessively it have come and took a hold on your digestive tract and irritated it. And some people got what they call leaky gut. Tore a hole in your stomach and leaking out in the outer part of your stomach and causing major problems. That's you got that. They got a lot of wheat products in the breads. Just about all the breads got wheat products in it. That's gluten. Rye, gluten. Nuts, peanuts. All this irritate your guts. And a lot of sugar, we say, a lot of salt, a lot of MSG, the gluten. And there's another thing called phthalates, PHTHALATES, phthalates. It's like a hormone that comes in this processed foods. It's like it's an acid. It's a sort of acid, and the acid is like plastic. And they put it in a lot of foods now, and when they process it, but the food lasts a long time. And you know how plastic is when you bend it, it flexes. And so imagine something in your body like plastic in your body. Eventually it's going to cause some problems to your blood vessels, your cells, or somewhere in your body. It's going to go and cause some problems. They put that when they process the food in you. So high levels of these phthalates chemicals are in processed food. And they're called reproduction organs problems. They're called problems with the fetus. If somebody's pregnant and cause your fetus to have problems with them developing right. The high levels of this chemical that they put in these fast foods. And you'll be wondering what's going on here. I got this problem, I got this problem, I got this problem. And I forgot that you've been eating fast food for a while instead of eating your own home cooked food. You've been eating a lot of fast food. And these fast foods are dangerous for your body over a period of time. It's all right to treat yourself. You want to treat yourself with it sometime. But excessively going to it. They say if you go to fast foods at least twice a week, you know, and done some damage to your body. At least twice a week. And most people go to fast foods over twice a week. Because they be tired when they get out from work. They're trying to get a little quick fix to go and serve their families or serve themselves. And not thinking about what's in that fast food and how they cooking that fast food and how they preparing it and who preparing it. It's not the most sanitary places. They trying to make it more and more sanitary. So these fast foods are we make it more and more and more because of the high sugar content, the high sodium content, the flavor of it, and the high fats that's in it. Not on the trans fats, there's highly labeled fats that's in these processed foods, and that's what makes them taste so good. I tell everybody what tastes good is not always good for you. When I tell somebody to take some stuff, sometimes they say, well, how it tastes? I said, don't matter how it tastes. You look at if this going to help me. Condition your mind, it's going to help me regardless of what it tastes like. Everybody wants something that tastes good, but sometimes we have to condition our mind and say, hey, it's going to help me, so I got to acquire a taste. I got to put it in my mind that I'm going to love it. I'm going to love the taste of it. So they have taken a lot of trans fats out of a lot of foods, but it's still in a lot of these fast foods because they process foods. So we're going to be coming with more and more on these fast foods and what you can use and how they cooking these fast foods is the most important part of all, and what they cooking these fast foods in for you to get your food as quick as you get it. So think about that when you go to a fast food place again. Be more patient. Say, I got to wait for them to cook it right. We're going to come back with some more info on fast foods. We love you, and we want you to have a healthy, long life.